It's done. Jefferson and Hamilton, in the same place at the same time. The two who argued tooth and nail on a seemingly endless amount of politics. And me, their biggest fan. I'm going to use this machine to travel back in time to a moment where the two were arguing, to see them in action. Hello?
Oh my god, you're Thomas Jefferson!
What?
Oh my god, you're Alexander Hamilton! This thing actually worked!
Can you sign this, please? What the heck is this?
It's the $10 bill! You're the guy from the $10 bill!
You should know. You really seem to like hoarding money in that bank you're making. Oh my god, right now! Right now!
No. This is perfect. You two just keep arguing. I'm just gonna pretend like I'm not even here.
Okay. Anyways, the National Bank is not there to...
Sorry!
The National Bank is not there to hoard money, it's there to solve state debt. And how does placing debts on states that have already paid their debts solve it? The federal government is in desperate need for revenue. The National Bank would get the debts paid and quick. What, you'd rather our states suffer? Oh, please, don't talk to me about state suffering. We all know that you don't actually care about solving debt. You just want to use the bank to gain your own power. If the Treasury has control over debt, you gain control over Congress. If I could snap my fingers and solve debt, I would. A national debt will be to us a national blessing.
Ooh.
If it's not excessive, that is. A national debt, if not excessive, will be to us a national blessing. A debt would make our national market even stronger. We need to establish a national credit, and this is the quickest way. Besides, the whole thing's unconstitutional anyways. Is not! Is too! But the Constitution says that a government should be able to do anything necessary and proper. How does this bank not fit into that? Natural doesn't mean convenient. The bank is just something you want. The federal government regulates trade. It already has the power of collecting taxes. The National Bank is just a natural extension of those rights. And so what? We just keep expanding and 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 expanding.
You're always like this.
Every time! Every single time! Oh my gosh, can you two just shut up? How can you be so passionate about a bank? It's a bank! It's about our future as a nation. Our every action will be judged by the future generation. Whatever. Just move on to a different issue. Okay, fine. What do you want to argue next? I don't know. Let him decide. Okay, Wow, you guys argue about a lot of things. Popular rule, sure. Mobocracy. The principle that our nation was built on? I have such reliance in the good sense of the body of the people and the honesty of their leaders that I am not afraid of letting things go wrong to any length in any cause. Why? People's views are tainted by their own self-interests, and even if they act completely unbiased, the average citizen doesn't have the intelligence to understand politics. I believe in the intelligence of the common man and their integrity to do research before picking their candidate. Have you actually met the average citizen? Exactly. The best course of action would be to give power to the rich. They're far more educated, and because they're rich, they have nothing to gain, and thus would be trustworthy. Have you actually met rich people? Our people are blessed by God, chosen by Him. How can you turn your back on the Republican system? I was affectionately attached to the Republican theory. I add that I have strong hopes of the success of that theory. But in candor, I ought also to add that I am far from being without doubts. I believe in the Republican theory. However, I doubt that it will work as is. If we have a system run by the elites, then we protect our system from pursuing selfish desires. Our government needs to protect the public good, and we can do so with a more permanent government. More permanent? So what, we return to the monarchy under Britain? Actually, Britain wouldn't be a bad government to base our own off of. What? Britain! the country we fought to get away from. It is her government which is so corrupt, and which has destroyed the nation. It was certainly the most corrupt and unprincipled government on Earth. I mean, love him or hate him, but they're one of the most politically and financially stable powers in the world. Besides, we ourselves are English. We think in English, and have a similarity of prejudices and predilections. Thus, we should model our government off of theirs. But a strong central government will never work. America is too big to be ruled by one system. How do you expect a government to rule over 13 whole states? What? Sorry, I just forgot how small America used to be. What? Anyways, the uncooperation of these states is why we need federal power. The stronger our central government is, the better equipped we are to rule over the people. The states would be most useful as subservient aiding powers. They're not meant to question our central government. We wouldn't want another AOC, would we? Wait, isn't she like a modern politician? The Articles of Confederation? Articles of Confederation. That makes more sense. Actually, I do think we should have kept the Articles. Of course you do! Because they made the central government virtually powerless. Because it made the central government do the only things it should be doing. Managing nationwide and foreign affairs. Which it was unable to do, because the Articles of Confederation put all the power into the states. A strong central government is able to actually prevent domestic fightings. But under the AOC, states were placing tariffs on each other. So we amend the AOC a little bit, but keep it roughly the same. That's the best course of action. No, we took the best course of action. Throw the thing away and replace it. But with all the imperfections of the Articles, it is without comparison the best existing or that ever did exist. So we just throw out the best government ever created because we can do better. We craft a beautiful system of checks and balances, and we leave it to the future generations to abide by it and change it if need be. And what if they just ignore it? They won't.
Sure they will. No generation's gonna follow rules made by dead people. No society can make a perpetual constitution, or even a perpetual law.
It's impossible to craft a constitution that'll be upheld. Heck, I bet we can't even make a law that carries from generation to generation. The future generations will. I know they will. It's impossible to know. What's up? Hey. You're from the future, aren't you? Yeah. So that means you could tell us everything, doesn't it? Well, I'm not sure if I'm allowed. I don't think I'm allowed to, fabricate space-time and everything. Oh, come on. You can tell us something, can't you? You have to tell us. Tell us. Say, the French Revolution, huh? The fight for freedom from tyranny. A glorified riot. Oh, you would. Oh, you would.
We signed a treaty with France during the French Revolution to start another war. Are you crazy?
Wow. Those two were